Baby, you're my ride or die. My bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern.
Hey, it's Scott and
Tiffany.
And it's back with another week of Gettin'Goff. Wow, it's been a very long
You
week.
say that every week.
Because every week's been very long. I swear to you, it's just...
Well, you know what? What I'm thankful for this week is that we've had some wind come in. We can actually see the sky. It's been months with no sky.
Because of the inversion.
Just smoke. What was the smoke?
Yeah, we're in a valley, and
There's a lot of fires around.
around everywhere. So what happens every year is we get a big... we get inversion, so...
So this just seemed to happen.
Well, this one seemed to be
last a while.
really bad, yeah. Because it's just been super hot, more so than other years, it feels like. What, honey?
I'm listening.
Okay, but you're also looking at me like you're nitpicking every detail.
No.
And don't mind
Pretty Scott.
the roughness.
Pretty Scott.
No,
Pretty
you're the
Scott.
one that I pet and say, just stay pretty. It's okay, be pretty. Well, I was doing that to her earlier today. No, other than, the fact that it just seems like we're constantly running, you know?
A lot going on.
Yeah, a
It's
lot
good.
going on.
It's
Though
good to be
today
busy.
was a cumulative of so football started 2 weeks ago. Today was our first day for Jamboree and a scrimmage. So the games didn't count, but to us, they counted.
Well, I think they actually kind of do count. From
Well-
what I was
well,
told by the
they're-
other parents.
No, it's just for us. Next week is the official play schedule. Today was just scrimmage. So, yes. I'm one of the coaches. There's Coach Gulliver and then myself. And then we have a couple other dads that are helping us during practices. And like today with the scrimmage. Anyways, we had to get up super early. Well, it's funny because most days of the week we're up pretty late. Typically get Grayson to the field by 5:30. And since I'm one of the coaches, I don't leave until all the kids are gone. So Grayson and I don't leave until between 8:15 and 8:30. So we're usually out there, for a good solid 3 hours. Anyways, today, so with that being said, we're usually, there a little late. I'm usually in bed around 9 is what I want to go to bed, especially because I want to lay next to this beautiful person and do naughty, dirty things. But anyways, today we had to get up super early. So we had to be to the Smurf Turf. A lot of you guys that follow sports,
Google it.
Boise State. But in the college football realm, a lot of people know what it is.
Okay.
Oh, no, really? Really?
You don't like it either, do you?
No, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But the fact that you, who went off on me about it, want to do that shit to me.
You don't like it.
Bullshit. Capital bull. Oh, I'm sorry.
I like
That sucks.
bent my neck.
Anyways,
Anyway.
so we were there we're supposed to be there at 6:45. We, of course, me being me, we got there, 6:30? And then got with the team, got everybody lined up, got out in the field, scrimmaged our first game. It was a tie, 6-6. Tested out some stuff, had some work to do with the kids.
Okay.
Then we moved on to the second game. Hey, what are you doing? This is content.
We're not going to have 30 minutes of you talking about football.
I can do that easy.
The kids did great.
But
Grayson,
no, hold on. No,
Then-
let's no.
Just talk about our
Proud-
son.
proud
We don't need to
dad
talk
moments.
About any other people's kids.
Proud moments.
Ours is the only one
Second
that
game.
matters.
Second game. I gotta mention the other kid though, because there's T1D.
Yeah, only
So
that.
second game-
Only that.
were scrimmaging, and ultimately it came out to 18-12. Our team. Grayson, he is the tight end, starting tight end, and then on gold team, that means he's also the starting linebacker. Today, we tested Grayson out as the 2-back, and he blew it up. We really didn't get, for the tight end position, we really didn't get him to really get out there and make any big receptions. But with the 2-back, he ran 4 times. 2 of those times, he ran 10-plus yards. I know one was probably 40 yards.
Anytime he got the ball,
he ran.
It moved up the field.
Yes. First down.
He got them yards every time.
Okay, we're going to dumb it down to people who don't like football. Okay, one got blown up.
I just know how to,
cut
it down.
I'm over-explaining it, yes.
Yeah,
I know.
I just know how to simplify it.
And then Grayson did run a touchdown in. So that was awesome. As a linebacker, he's the outside linebacker. He had 2 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, so that was good. So he blew up their line. But we wanted to mention, though, it seems like the type 1 diabetic kids.
There's one more on the team.
We have another one. It's so awesome.
Yeah, usually Grayson's always the only one.
Yes.
And this year, there's another kid on the team who's T1D. And
he's amazing. He did a good job. He's so strong.
Both of these boys
are resilient.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're the playmakers.
Yeah.
So Jackson he's the other T1D kid. He had 2 touchdowns. The 1 touchdown in the first game and 1 touchdown in the second game. Receiving touchdowns. Kid's got hands. Man, he was awesome. So between him and Grayson, and we had another touchdown in the second game, so we had the 3, but it's just so fun. And even the dad came up to me. He's like, "Man, I swear, it's like, and we've talked about it during practices.
You just want to see them,
Yeah, we wanted to see them succeed and not struggle because it's something that they have to overcome already. Life is already hard as it is.
Yeah.
Between, like, poor Grayson was sick, 3rd day of school, overnight, puking because he was high. And it turned out that there's a blockage in his pump, which it could have been. At some point, we had to take it off of him so he could practice. Yeah,
and it seemed to work after that. But then coming down from a high is what always takes the longest.
Yes. So he was sick and basically couldn't go to school the next. Well, he didn't sleep. God, poor kid did not sleep, and I felt horrible. But yeah, no, that was very exciting and new. Anyways, yeah. What are you looking at? You make me nervous when you do that shit.
I'm just looking at your handsome face.
Oh, you got your contacts in. You can't see me very well, can you? Fuck. I'm glad she married me, but now that I know that she's blind, it kind of explains why she married me.
Well, I'm blind without contacts or glasses.
But what's going on?
But I had to schedule an eye appointment because my one eye contact is a little old.
Not working efficiently.
Yeah. So I have like a blind spot on it.
Yeah. And I literally found this out today because she's like wanting to put it off. And I'm like, why are you putting something like that off? But
because just your mothers know other things are just important and
yeah, so
other things to do.
So you're going around half blind.
Well,
today she's like, is that an A5 or an A6?
X.
Or X, that's right. X5 or an X6 BMW. I'm like, you can't read that? And then she's like, no, it looks no, obviously you couldn't.
I could.
You had to ask.
It just looked like I couldn't tell if
it was
separated
A6
at the bottom
or X6. Well, we have an X5.
Yeah, but the newer styles are like more like
they're blocky
slanted.
And they're kind of chunky. Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
yours is like sleek lines. It's got a nice, shape to it, and the newer ones are kind of clunky. I really don't like the grills on the new ones.
I only like the X9
grill, or look at the X9 in general.
In general.
But the newer BMWs, they have almost like a Rolls Royce kind of look to them now on the grills. They've kind of changed all that.
Which,
I know, but I don't like that look. I like yours. Yours has got that classic
every year,
rounded grill.
All the companies every year they always seem to
Change it up.
Yeah, some years aren't good. Some years are.
True. That's very true. Well, with that being said, I got just a few things I was going to ask you. First one. Growing up, so we know each other's lives, how we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
We've been married 19 years of hearing each other's stories or talking to our parents' families, blah, 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 blah. Is what of my life and upbringing do you kind of wish you had, and vice versa?
Okay.
Well, you know how I was raised. We did a lot of traveling. Being a military kid.
I mean,
even though we're from here,
we went on a family trip every year growing up.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying
I mean
that. I'm just saying, is there anything that you see that you kind of which was a little different?
Maybe not family wise, but I think it would have been fun to be able to go surf. Whenever is what you've made it sound like that you.
Well, that was when I got older.
Oh.
When I was younger, yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, parents have to take you to the.
Okay, but you still went.
Oh, okay. Yes, I get you. I understand that.
I mean, because us growing up, we would. Not supposed to do this, but we would swim in the canals.
Yeah.
Or even the trestle. You know what the trestles are?
No.
They're like.
The canals
pipes.
aren't very. Oh yeah.
And so we would walk out there carefully so we don't slip and fall. I mean, even if we
I know those are called trestles, though.
You could call them trestles. We called them trestles. I don't know what they're actually called.
Okay. Culverts?
Culverts are like a ditch.
Pipe? That's a culvert.
Oh, well,
I have to install them.
I would assume I would call that a ditch.
Yeah, but a
giant,
culvert. The big. Okay, so I have floated the canals here in Idaho.
Yeah.
And you go through the giant tubes underneath the bridges and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't do that because you could get stuck.
Yeah, but I did that up in like Fruitland and Payette with my cousins and my grandfather.
Yeah.
Well, not my grandfather technically wasn't. He was driving the van trying to keep track of us. But yeah, we'd go through. Those are called culverts that you float through.
Oh, well, we would call them trestles.
Okay.
And then we'd jump off into the canals or the Indian Creek. We'd float Indian Creek.
Well, now, knowing the chemicals that
People still float them.
No, I know.
There's chemicals and everything.
I know, but that's like...
Live your life.
You didn't realize how, back in the day...
Yeah, but
the
in
stuff
my
that
opinion,
was put in there.
You could get it from breathing the air.
Okay.
Live your life. Enjoy it.
True, I agree. But I'm just saying, we didn't know back then.
Yeah, but I would probably still do it again.
Yeah. I get that.
If I end up with a third nipple, I end up with a third nipple.
That'd be a little awkward. I like the two that you have.
Maybe it'll be enjoyable.
I like the two that you have. I don't know where a third one would be that would be fun to play with.
I'm kidding. No, but I would still do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think. We never got stuck. I mean, even us, we would float the river. I mean, you hope you wouldn't fall off and get left.
Yeah.
Well, even here, I don't know about over there. Well, even when we went with volleyball, when I traveled to California, we floated the river in California.
What river in California?
It's like really wide and really flat.
Okay, that's a lot of rivers. But I can't think of any notable rivers.
By Sacramento. Santa Fe? No.
I don't know. I'm familiar with Sacramento, but I don't remember any rivers.
Yeah.
Because Sacramento was 2 hours from where I lived.
Oh, I know, because the tournament was in Sacramento.
Okay. Sacramento.
Isn't that what I said?
You just put a lot of emphasis on the C. Sacramento. You do that. I noticed that even your siblings. I wonder if it's because your mom was a teacher. Because you really Like over, I guess maybe I might
Over
be
accentuate.
on certain syllables or letters and words. And I think I've always been a mumbler, and I think like I would say Sacramento, and you can hear how like the C's not quite emphasized, and you're like Sacramento. You know what I mean?
Maybe I just like saying the word sack.
You can sack, yeah, in your mouth.
I don't know what river it was, but it was like.
God, what is up by
I
Sacramento?
mean, it was fun, but it got really boring because there's like flat. Like there's like no route. Like.
Yeah, California is not known for rivers, Tiffany.
Well,
at all. You guys floated a river in California.
Yeah.
And I don't think I floated one river in California.
I want to say it's been a couple years. But
I always
there
came
was like
here.
A baby whale or something that swam up the river that got stuck.
Oh yeah, it would go up the channel.
Yeah.
It would go into the yeah.
It was that river.
It was Humphreys. You know? Do you know that my dad is on the news for being part of the crew that had to get that whale back out?
No, just like a couple years ago, this happened again.
Oh, again? Oh,
Yeah.
oh. It's because they go. Well, so what they do is they go into the bay.
And that was whatever the river was.
Okay, they go into the bay and then they find a channel and then they go up that channel. Well, we call them channels.
Which I can see.
Yeah.
Wouldn't sharks do that too, essentially?
Well,
They do that in Australia.
They only do it so far because the water
Changes.
it'll turn brackish.
Yeah.
So it'll go from the salt water to the fresh water.
Yeah.
So you'll have that. So they only go so far. Because
Yeah.
I mean, there are sharks that can, but you don't ever hear about it very often not in California. Yeah. I mean, you hear. Okay, don't get me wrong. So so where we lived in North Bay was a great white shark breeding ground.
Uh-huh.
So it was part of they'd come and it basically bred in, like off of Stinson, the North Beaten, anyways, that side of California. Mm-hmm. And then they've been seen or documented as traveling as far as like Australia and, South America. They tag them all. It's one of those things I used to follow back in the day because there's so much, there's a lot of, but anyways, Northern California is very well known for great whites and breeding. So, and that was some cold ass water. So, whenever you surf with winter suits.
I just remember our team, we floated the river. And then I think later that evening we had a game and like all of us were sunburned.
Oh, that'd been sucky.
Yeah, like literally all of us.
I'm trying to dig. Oh, did you guys play? And you guys didn't play because in Northern California,
We
I was
played
also
inside.
Yeah,
It
so
was
we played a lot
cold.
of outside and inside.
Yeah,
so we
ours
used
was
to
all
play.
inside.
Oh man, that was one thing I loved is playing. So when I did play club, we would do inside, and then we had a base volleyball team, and when we went on tournaments and played other bases, a lot of it would be sand or outdoor volleyball. And oh man, I love digging, diving, knocking the balls up, especially on the sand. That was a lot of fun. The last game I remember we were playing against Moffett Field. A lot of fun.
Yeah, what would you...
Well,
what is my childhood that you would...
Well, two things. Like, since my family is from here in Idaho,
Yeah.
and no matter where we lived in the States, we always came back to visit.
What's raining?
I always... Squirrel?
Yeah, I love
Squirrel?
it. I love summer. Can I just say, I absolutely love summer. It's my favoriteest thing ever. And right now it's starting to storm. And this is maybe the second one we've gotten all summer long.
Storm? The fuck? No, it's not. We've had a crazy summer this year with all the storms.
No.
All the windstorms? Remember the tidal wave? Literally
it's
a
the-
waterfall?
The other storm I'm talking about.
Yeah, we've had a couple others that were
No,
like that.
I don't consider those storms.
Well, I don't consider this one any more of a storm than that. I mean, that one was
No.
freaking insane.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
Fuck.
Squirrel.
I swear to God.
Squirrel.
I love her. I
You keep
prayed.
having to-
I
you keep
prayed.
having to say that. I love her. I love her.
Because I prayed, and I think that my chaotic, freaking pain in the ass youth, and then all the shit that I did, he's like, you know what, Scott? I'm going to grant you the perfect person, but here are some things that she is going to test. Cha-ching, Tiffany. And I'm like, thank you, God. I appreciate it. What the fuck?
I think I'm pretty
And then
simple compared to a lot of other people you dated.
he gave me 3 daughters to say, Scott, fuck you. This is what happens when you do things to other dad's daughters. So I'm giving you 3. So here's your lesson. He always teaches you a lesson. It's very humbling. Yeah. Well, anyways, like I said, before you got squirreled, fuck.
Got squirreled.
Yeah.
Can we please copyright that? Got squirreled.
Got squirreled. Gettin'Goff. I always loved coming home to Idaho to see our family. And, we would go help at our grandparents' or whatever. And to me, I always loved the kind of the simple life here. And the fact that I've always been envious of you being able, you grew up here. Like you've home based here.
Oh, saw like the friends and stuff.
Well, yeah, just like I told my cousins and stuff, and you, like, my oldest friend is like, I mean, yeah, we're old and stuff but it's from high school.
Yeah, but then, I mean,
I didn't grow up with any kid. Like, there's nobody I grew up with that I've known since 1st grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah, but some people you run into and you're, God, I wish I didn't live here because then I wouldn't have to run into them.
Yeah, but I don't have that problem.
I know, but I do. So then I'm like,
My problem is that I'll run into people. I'm like, God, why do I have to run into this person? Only because I know so many fucking people here in town.
Yeah.
But the fact that you grew up here, and I think it's such a beautiful thing that you grew up on a farm. Like, and I know you probably don't look at it the same way, but I always had fun going and helping your dad, put in fence posts or herding the sheep or, when he almost killed me or, going and getting hay bales and loading them. To me, that was fun. And I also knew I was helping my father-in-law because my father-in-law had such a disability that I knew that what I did help.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I love it. I think your childhood was beautiful because of that. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love my childhood as well, but I mean, being military and uprooting and moving all the time.
Well, see, that taught you different things, how to.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I have any roots anywhere. Even though I knew my family's from here, I don't have roots from here.
Yeah, but you're still in touch with a lot of people you have known throughout your life. You know what I mean?
A couple.
I don't see them all the time, though. You know what I mean? Like, I might still talk to them, but I don't
I know, but
I don't go hang out with them whenever I want.
I know, but.
And I guess
I don't
that's.
know. I mean,
a choice.
Yes, yes. You know what? You sound very much like my cousin Ryan. Like, he grew up here, and he's always questioning, like, because I'm always saying the same thing to him. I'm always like, yeah, dude, like, I think it's cool that, like, I'm trying to reconnect with family because, to me, really, my family is our immediate family. Mm-hmm. My daughter, son-in-law, grandkids, and then, like, my parents, and then, like, my grandmother and my uncle and a couple cousins. That, to me, is, like, the family that I talk to. But my family is ginormous. Like, my family's fucking huge. And I don't know. Let's just say, because you know how big my family is. Let's just say I only know, like, really know 90% of it. I mean, 10% and 90% I don't know. Mm. Do you know what I mean?
Which I don't. Even with my family, like, we're all over. I mean, we used to see them a lot more once.
Excuse me.
Or when my parents were alive, but it's not like I have anything really to do with them anymore.
I know.
Even the ones who still live here now.
I guess that's it's your choice.
We just have lost that connection because, our mother
passed.
well, yeah, like our mother and father kind of kept that bridge going.
Yeah.
And now that that's gone, no one's kept it going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I guess it's a choice. I've never
I think
really.
it's just inevitable.
I've never had that choice.
I honestly don't. You don't hear or see very many families who like that stay in connection.
I guess.
Very often.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like we used to
I
have
suppose.
family reunions, but what happens when the one getting it together passes? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
most likely it's going to die off too.
Yeah. Which is funny, you know, out of your siblings, it's like, and please don't take this the wrong way, you guys, because I love you guys. You've become more the one that keeps everybody together, and you're the baby.
Mm.
Like, your oldest brother doesn't, he's kind of, I mean, he comes for family events, but he's kind of checked out. He does his thing and
He's always
stays,
He's always kind of been like that.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, now that your mom and your dad aren't around to kind of like
You
keep
thought
them
he
together,
would.
be more so. You know, I thought once they pass, I thought he'd become more like he's your big brother. He's the biggest brother. You know, your old brother.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I saying? Anyways, he's the oldest, and I just thought he would try to kind of herd and keep the family together more so. You know, with your sisters and you, and he hasn't.
Oh, sure, life gets in the way.
I know, but then you have the next one, the oldest sister, who is just self-centered and just worries about just her, and just cares about just her, and she communicates to other people, but
Well,
she doesn't really communicate with the family.
Unfortunately, I think she was brought up that way.
Okay, and then the next the other sister, who we've gotten the closest with.
She definitely values privacy.
Well, she also had a bad first marriage.
Yeah,
She was
I think
gaslit so much, but
a lot of
she
things-
married.
A lot of things have happened to her in her life, and I feel like she needs that.
Yeah.
Almost, you know what I mean?
But she's the one that we've become the closest.
Yeah.
And I absolutely adore her husband. He's like one of my favorite people. So, but then there's you, who, and I don't know why you have instinctively decided to become kind of the one that tries to pull the family together more so. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you see it. I see it. If it wasn't for you in a lot of ways, I don't know if the rest of the family and the siblings would really stay together, you know, or at least stay in better communication, because it seems kind of pocketed. You know, you have the one sister who communicates with Will and then goes and hangs out with Ty, and then doesn't really do anything or have anything to do with us, which is fine. And then you have Ty, who does a lot with us and some stuff with Emily, but I don't really hear her really doing a lot with Will.
Yeah.
And then Will, he does kind of stuff with us, but it's more if we engage and make it happen. And he doesn't really do anything with anybody. Do you know? I mean, that's kind of how I interpret it. Though then you got me, who has only one fucking brother, who bitches about being connected to family, and I have nothing to do with my brother. But my brother and I are so extremely different that it's oil. We're oil and water. You know what I mean? And it was only us, the two of us growing up. So, and that's another thing. Okay, that's another thing that I'm envious of.
Mm-hmm.
I wish my mom and dad had more sex and had more kids. I would have liked to have had another sibling, at least. I just had Kevin.
Yeah, but
I had just Kevin. That was it.
But unfortunately, a lot of couples fall into this, that you think a child is going to fix things, and I kind of feel like that was your parents' case. I think there was always an issue, even
yeah.
if they didn't want to admit it.
Yeah. In
Um,
hindsight.
yeah, so it's probably a good thing you didn't have any more, to be honest.
I just didn't have anybody else to hang
I
out. Like,
mean-
We had zero to do with
You
each
never
other.
should bring a child into a relationship that isn't doing well to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then the children see how that relationship is, and
Yeah. True. I agree with you.
children don't fix it.
No, but I think people look at it and they want it to work. Or even though it's a broken situation, I think they try really hard to want to make it work. And I don't know why, but that seems to be a common solution.
What do you feel about people who end up getting pregnant and then they're like, "Oh, we should get married"?
I,
Do you feel like you should?
with current times, it doesn't. I don't think it really make a difference.
Yeah.
Which is funny because everybody thought
Well, we got married quick, but
yeah, and I think people thought she was pregnant. She was not pregnant.
I mean, I probably wouldn't get married if I was pregnant.
Well, in hindsight, I kind of got trapped into that. Very similarly,
Yeah.
because my situation's a little unique.
Yeah.
So
Not with me.
No, my
Someone-
ex-wife.
yeah.
I looking back,
I think you would have a better job at co-parenting separately than. I mean, and I'm sure relationships have worked,
yeah.
but
If things were different, I wish I never would have met her at all, because it ruined. And now going back, she really ruined my life, and I had to overcome a lot to get past her, and she still finds ways to make it shitty.
well,
But I wouldn't have my son, I wouldn't have my daughter and my grandkids, and I can't trade that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like kind of like a shitty.
in my opinion, she should be really thankful
But she does not. No, she's not, and she doesn't give a fuck.
because I don't want to say something I probably shouldn't say, but you took on a responsibility that wasn't even your responsibility.
I know.
So-
But a lot of good has come
Yes.
from it. So,
Yes, I agree.
but and the other one, if to kind of piggyback on that, so if you could go back in time and change a couple of things that might make your outcome of your life a little different, or at least get rid of some problems, what would that be?
I probably would have finished college.
Well, you did, but you would have gone longer.
Well, yeah, I only got my 2-year degree. I
Yeah.
didn't finish my 4-year degree.
Yeah.
And I should have. I just focused on friends. Then I should have focused on, my future instead of friends.
Yeah. Okay. That's your only regret?
Yeah, because honestly, it's all your choices have shaped who you are.
Not. Yeah, but no.
They have, though.
Tiffany.
Oh, okay. Then tell me a regret.
Being too scared, not speaking up and telling my parents what happened to me.
Okay, but
That could have been stopped when I was a child, much younger, and not been repeated multiple times over and over and over.
Okay. And I would agree with you.
And that still scars me. I still have nightmares, and I still have issues with it.
And I agree with you on that. I do. But don't you think that unfortunately has kind of shaped you into who you are now? Because you are loud. You've taught our children to be loud and to speak up. Correct?
Yes, but
Because otherwise, I don't think you would have done it or had them do it.
but there's
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
By
but I
that,
also think
unfortunately, I don't think you should have gone through the heartache and the psychological, problems that it played.
yeah. Yeah,
You
but
know,
that's,
a child should never have to go through that.
That's the
But-
one thing I wish I could scratch from my mind that I can't. That just continuously haunts me, though.
Yeah.
You know.
But I've never been through something like that, so I guess that's my outlook on it.
Yeah.
Even if, God forbid, if I'm gonna get heat on this, but even if I was like raped, I wouldn't abort the baby.
Oh no, I'm not saying.
You know what I mean? That's like.
I get that, but
that's what I feel like. Like that's psychological. Like that's your. You know, you're gonna have to go to therapy. You know, a lot of things.
yes, yeah,
And then even, but you're gonna. You know, that human being is part of you too. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, it wasn't created in a situation that
but if I would
you
have,
would have wanted.
but if I would have been stronger, and then told my parents sooner, it wouldn't. It's not that it would have stopped, because it did. It would have. I'm just thinking that, though it did happen,
It would have been shorter.
it would have been much less.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, the other thing too, and I just, Mom, if you're listening, I really, honestly, looking at life now, wished you would have left Dad. Even though I know that he would have tried, and knowing how Dad is, and when Kevin and I would be with him, the things he would say about you, blah blah blah, trying to do, just knowing how Dad is. But I know that you stayed with him all those years and dealt with it because of Kevin and I appreciate and love you very much for that. But in hindsight, I wish you would have made that decision a long time ago, maybe back when all that incident and everything happened when we were in Miami, and just left him. Then it would have been different, and you definitely would have been happier earlier. I wish my mom would have left my dad a long time ago, rather than staying with him until my brother and I were adults and dealing with that. So that's one thing that I kind of wish would have changed. You know, I understand it, I get it, especially having kids, but knowing how it still affects kids, as much as Mom tried to shelter us and buffer us from the stuff, it still affected us. And I have some resentments, not towards my mom, but I have some resentments and anger that I try to work through, you know. But yeah. And I would have stayed in school and not dropped out
You dropped out?
because of Chris.
Oh, college.
Yeah.
I was like, you graduated. I have a
Oh,
graduation
no.
picture.
No, not yet. You do? I don't even have one.
It's in a box somewhere here.
Well, my parents divorced.
You
I
used-
lost all my shit's
No,
gone.
you had like a 5x7.
Oh.
In the old house, you had it up on the ledge with the books.
Oh, you talking about my senior picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I graduated high school. I dropped out of college because of my ex-wife. Yeah. That's another freaking regret. Holy shit. I have a lot of regrets. I regret regretting. Damn it.
Damn it.
Anyways. But I don't regret you, pretty girl. I don't.
Better not.
I love you, baby. Yeah. With that being said, I guess let's just make this the end of this episode of Getting Off with.
Gettin'Goff.
So, till next time, you guys. Hopefully we'll have another tale of my son dominating football. Hell yeah. Peace.
Baby, you're my ride or die. My bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern roads, and I